Fishy, fishy, fishy!
What is going on, fishy friends? Alright, I am very, very concerned about the female ram out of this breeding pair. Yesterday, I noticed she was looking a little lethargic and hanging out in the top corner of the tank. She has at least moved today since I left for work and came home, but now she is still hanging out at the top of the tank, just at this back corner. I'm not sure what's going on there, and I am not happy about that. The pair have not bred for me in about, I don't know, 11, maybe 14 days now since the last time they spawned. I was expecting to see another batch of eggs, and was not expecting to see what looks like a sick female, and I'm not sure what might be wrong with that female. So I don't know what to do there. But, speaking of sick fish, I've decided to start treating this discus tank again because of that one discus with the gill issue. This guy over here in the corner. You can see that gill closest to us is moving right now, but the other gill is pumping furiously. And there's also what looks like some blood streaking in the gill and some redness. So what I did was yesterday I started dosing this furan too. It's an antibiotic, and one of the things that they list that it can treat is gill disease. That's a pretty vague term. But I've got a couple of different meds. I've treated this tank in the past, and it did not solve the issue. So I'm going to go ahead and start another another course of treatment here with this furan too. And I'm gonna keep medicating a couple of different types of medicine this time. I'll talk about the others as I get to that treatment next. I don't want to overwhelm any one particular medicine, overwhelm the fish with multiple combinations of medicine is what I should say. But I started the first dose of the furan 2 yesterday. You got to treat again 24 hours later, which would be today. Then you do a 25% water change and apparently do another whole 2-day treatment. So I am going to do that. But I've already noticed some improvement in the fish. The fish is swimming a little more than it was, and that one gill that I've not seen pumping at all recently, it is breathing out of that one gill. So I think that's a start. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll do the second dose of the furan tonight. It does tinge the water a greenish color. You know what, let me set up the tripod. Alright, so relatively simple. Follow the instructions on the box. The box says to use, let me double check this. The box says to use 1 packet for each 10 gallons of water. This is a 38-gallon aquarium. I'm going to round that off to a 40-gallon aquarium because trying to get 8/10 of a packet doesn't seem worth my effort. 38 is close enough to 40. I'm not concerned that it's going to be overdosing or anything like that. And it is as simple as take the packet, open it up. Yesterday I had noticed I was able to rip a few and had to cut the others, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut. And in it goes, except I hit the tank brace like an idiot and didn't hit the water column. And you can sort of see it, it's already tinging that yellowish, greenish, I don't know what color you might want to call it. And we'll go ahead and do the same for the other 3 packets. 2. 3. 4. And it's as simple as that. Let that sit in the tank, let the meds do their work, and hopefully I'll see an improvement in the fish. So as we just saw, I dosed the tank, and now we wait and see if this fish continues to improve, which hopefully it will. Let's see, what else has changed in the fish room? So, as I talked about recently, I lost the male out of my breeding pair. So I took the female out of this tank, and I moved her over here into this tank down here where I had the other 2 red Turks. That is the female from the breeding pair back there. These 2 were in this tank alone for quite some time now. And I honestly don't know the sex of them. With any luck, maybe this one here is a male, and maybe that female back there will pair off with this guy and start spawning again. That'd be nice if they do. But so far so good. She's been in this tank for 24 hours now. I'm not seeing any signs of stress. There's a little aggression there. Everybody's got to assert their dominance. Discus or cichlids. Cichlids can be aggressive. And as long as I don't see that turn into anything too fierce, I'm not going to worry about it. I also moved one more angel over here into this tank. One more out of the group of 5 has been moved over to here. I moved that one yesterday. And it's that big one down there, hiding down there in the plants. Now the angel I am a little worried about. The angel does look a little stressed since I moved it. And I do run pressurized CO2 in this tank. You can sort of see the eyeball of another angel right there. And it's picking on the one that I just moved. And the one that I just moved is looking a little lethargic and not getting out of the way and not avoiding the aggression from the other fish. So that's never a good sign. Again, angelfish, just like discus, are cichlids. Some aggression is to be expected. They're territorial. And I hope I don't see a death from the heightened levels of aggression. I wish I could zoom in on that fish a little better. There you go, it's the black and white zebra looking striped one is the one I just moved yesterday. And the koi face one is picking on it a little bit. Those two had been in the tank behind me together for a period of time. Along with that one there. That one and that one have been in this 55-gallon tank the whole time together. They don't seem to mind their new tank visitors, tank mates, whatever you want to call them. There you go, the zebra one's the one I just moved yesterday, and that koi is not happy to have a new tank mate. So hopefully everything works out well. I'm quite impressed with the size that these angels have put on for me. It's very difficult to tell their size, especially when they're hiding back there in the plants, but they got pretty big, pretty impressive. So, slowly but surely, I'll probably move these last 2 angels over. These two have always hung out together. I've never seen any breeding activity from them. There's no reason for me to think that they couldn't be a pair, but there's no reason for me to think they are a definitive pair either. I've never seen any eggs. It's possible that every one of those angels in this tank was a male. Who knows? There's no way for me to know for sure until I see some breeding activity. Just like with discus, there's lots of different ways that people say you can sex angelfish. The hump on that one could indicate that it's a male, or it could just indicate that I've been feeding it real well and it's putting on some good size. This one has a hump, but it's not the same shape. I don't know, if there's any angelfish experts out there, maybe somebody can tell me if that black one is potentially a female and if the silver one's potentially a male. I don't know for sure. Anything's possible, but I don't want to speak out of line when I can't confirm that. And everything else is looking pretty good. Worried about the German blue ram, got the discus tank being treated, and I will continue treating. Got the female discus moved over, got one more angel moved over. I gotta rescape this tank. I'm hoping I get my hands on some more epistogramma that I could put in here. And I'll figure out what's going to go back in this tank. I got to work on keeping the cycle, keeping the bacteria alive, and don't want to have to go through another cycling phase, you know, new tank syndrome, so to say. 72 boat front still looking good. Am I forgetting to talk about anything? The juvies are doing real good since I moved that light over. I had shot some footage of these two spawning and laying eggs for me the other day. Those eggs didn't even make it until the next day. I'm not sure if the male gobbled them all up the way I had seen, well, the way I had shown on some of the footage I shot, or it's possible the female realized that the male wasn't doing his job and she might have scooped them all up as well. But there's none left in the tank, which is a bummer, but it happens. And hopefully these guys will grow out and put on some size for me. Maybe I can move some of them over into the tank, into the 55-gallon, where I just moved the female from the breeding pair into that tank down there. Alright guys, comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think. Check back often for more. Hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys later.